I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at Justice League, issue number 52, the final issue before it too gets DC rebirthed. And the story we're going to be following now, well, it's the story of Lex Luthor trying to become a Man of Steel for a new and different generation. Will it succeed? I don't know. Let's hop on in and find out. Alrighty then, so this story, it's important to note, takes place after the events of Darkseid War, but before the events of Action Comics. Did you wonder how exactly Lex Luthor managed to get his hands on a Superman-style cape? Well, that's exactly the story that this comic seeks to tell us. You see, Lex Luthor, after returning to Earth with a set of brand new Apocalyptian super armor, attempted to get his hands on the cape of the now deceased Superman. Only he can't do that right now because Perry White and the Daily Planet actually took ownership of it. You see, as Perry puts it, Clark was like a son to him, and because he had no living family that anyone knows of course, it only made sense to put the cape up on display in the lobby of the Daily Planet, not just as a monument to the deceased Clark Kent, but also as a symbol to everyone in the city. Luthor wants it bad, one last final middle finger to Superman, and also something to help him solidify himself as the new defender of Metropolis. And you know what? The old Luthor might very well have just smashed the glass and took the cape for himself, but this isn't the old Luthor now. This one is different. He's changed and he's trying to do things different, more, well, heroic for the lack of a better word. Heck, even the Justice League shows up and starts questioning Luthor about what he's been doing. Again, if you remember the last time they saw him, he ran off to Apocalypse, so they're shocked to see him back at all. Now this scene is interesting too because Batman and Wonder Woman are aware of the existence of Clark White, the older Superman from another world, but they're playing their cards really close to their chest and they don't want to out their new friend to Luthor. Luthor starts to talk about why he came back to Earth. I mean, they had made him king on Apocalypse. They had given him a mother box. He had achieved everything he could ever hope to have done. He became a ruler of men. He could have ruled the galaxy if he really wanted to, and yet he decided to come back to Earth. He decided to come back home and is now hitting the streets as a hero. His first stop is a group of very, very unlucky gun runners who are taking Superman's death as a blank check for mayhem, only when they run into Luthor, they greatly underestimate what kind of man he is. His suit allows him to absorb a point-blank range bazooka blast, and while he won't kill these criminals, he does swear up and down that he will ruin them in every way possible. In one particularly stomach-churning instance, when one of the goons tries to take a woman hostage, Luthor talks about how he plans to break his neck just right so he'll be crippled for the rest of his life. A guy in a Superman suit who breaks people's necks, well, that's just silly. I mean, no one would believe that. So the question, of course, still remains at this point, why? Why is Lex Luthor doing all of this stuff? And the answer is, well, his sister. That's why. You'll remember she famously shot at him at the beginning of Darkseid War, only for that plot point to be kind of swept under the rug and never brought up again. Well, it's being brought up here now. Apparently, the way they're saying it, when his sister touched the mother box, it caused her to lose her mind, and now she's in a coma in which Luthor is sparing no expense in trying to wake her up from. But while that's going on, though, he vows to make the world a better place for her when she wakes up, because she always looked at him like a hero, and because of that, he's aspiring to be something better than Lex Luthor ever could be. He's aspiring to be, well, Superman as the comic ends, and he's able to achieve that with the cape because, get this, he bought the Daily Planet out from under Perry. Yeah, I was kind of shocked that they just kind of gloss over the fact that Perry sold Luthor the paper, but okay, he has the cape now, which explains a lot as the comic ends. Justice League number 52 was a cool little one and done, although I feel it may have carried a lot more impact to it if this one came out before Action Comics. I'm glad they resolved the issue with Lex Luthor's sister following Darkseid War, because I was getting really annoyed that they never went back to that. I'm a big fan of seeing Lex Luthor evolve and change, but also keep the core of his character intact. You always have to ask yourself with him, is he doing this because he thinks it's the right thing, or is he being a hero now because it's the ultimate form of self-serving? I mean, after all, what better way to truly stick it to Superman than to prove that you're a better Superman than he ever was? Overall, really solid little read. I would give this one an 8 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and while you're here, why not check out another video I have on offer, or maybe if you're feeling in a supportive mood, you want to like or subscribe. And if you want to support the creation of more videos just like this one, then please by all means check out the Cape Joel Patreon. A little bit goes a very long way, and I will see you all next time.